What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the RaptorStrike podcast, episode 61. We have something very special, and if you can see, I'm somewhere not where Noah and Sal are, and we're doing a special pre-recorded episode, and yeah, I'll give it to Noah for more details.
So, the great thing is, we're out here in Sour Lake with our good buddy, Gumby. So, we are actually here at Texas Speed Lab Performance, and we're just having a grand old time, of course, because every time we come over, you're looking at something new. There's a different truck, or trucks, or cars, or engines, or parts, all the stuff that I wish I had in my house.
I'm costing them money every time they come over. I love it. It's great for me.
It's great for business.
Yes, yes.
Not for my business, his. But, Sal, what did you think of the way over here?
I mean, it was a drive. it was definitely a drive.
I had to go through Houston. Just there.
I went through Houston?
Yeah. I mean, I'm used to traffic, so it's not the end of the world.
It wasn't too bad. Joey, you said you had a question?
Yes. So, or if Noah, do you want to mention why y'all took a trip up there?
Oh, that probably would be a good idea.
Yeah.
Right?
Maybe.
Yeah.
So, we came out
That leads into my question.
Oh, okay, that leads into your question. Okay, so we came out, for those of y'all watching, we will have a new series out, and it's called the Project Work Truck. So, Gumby and his shop have a lot of toys. And let's just say I want them all, but the only one that I can actually afford is a work truck from the oil field. So, that, and when it comes to my Raptor, the anime Raptor, I've been pushing a whole lot harder and doing a lot more driving rather than playing it safe as I usually would when I first started out. So now I didn't break it, but Gumby, and the way you said, I'm at the point of...
It's mod time.
Yeah.
Yes. You didn't break it. It's time for upgrades.
Yes.
So if you get to the end of what you have, it means it's time to upgrade to the next level of parts. Thus why that is getting lots of parts right now. Yes, it's when you get to a certain point, you're like, oh, I need more parts. Oh, those parts are more expensive than my other parts.
Yeah.
Yes. So you go be like, oh, that's a couple $100. Oh, that's $500. Oh, that's $800. So why is everything $1,000?
Yeah.
Like why? Why is everything?
When you're in the Raptor or off-road field, $1,000 is equal to $1.
Yes.
At that rate.
True story.
Yes. That conversion's unfair.
Yes, it
for
is.
the buyer, not the seller. But I was telling Chrissy earlier, I'm gonna have to tell Gumby, I drove a Bronco DR before I got to drive your Bronco, which soon, hopefully, maybe when it finally gets.
Supposedly, week after next, I'll have it back. Okay. That's tentative. It's not looking promising.
And then you're going to need to put it back together once you get it back.
Yes, I have to paint all the cage, and we have OMF bead locks on the way, and I have a custom chase light from Baja Designs to put on it, and I have lots of stuff. Lots of stuff.
Lots to do and not enough time to do it.
Yes.
Welcome to my world.
Yep. And more horsey powers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to add more horsey powers.
Are you whippling it, or?
No, I'm keeping the Predator supercharger.
Okay.
So it'll just be Raptor R. It is ported.
Raptor R Plus.
Plus, yeah. It does have a smaller pulley. It is ported. Has a VMP shark bite lid. Upgraded intercooler. But I think we're going to go to the race intercooler. And going to change the intercooler pump because I need more volume. And going to change the
bigger
tank.
Heat exchanger?
Yeah. Heat exchanger is okay.
Okay.
But I do think that I'm going to upgrade the transcooler.
So in terms of quickness, is your Raptor going to be quick? Your Raptor R going to be quicker than the Bronco?
My Bronco kicks his ass. It weighs half.
Oh, I forgot about the weight part.
It makes about so my Bronco makes about 100 horsepower less than that, and it's got this stock Raptor R motor, and that's got a Whipple, but it's still that makes 100 horsepower less, but it probably weighs half of what that does.
Okay.
So
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because there's less comfort features and it's more race.
Yes.
More off-road race.
Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense.
Now, I don't know after all the chassis and cage that is in it, because it's going from just a little 6-point roll cage to full on pre-runner.
Safety
Yeah,
cage.
it goes all the way through. It's got bars everywhere. The seats sit on the roll cage now, not on the floor. And
So you might be somewhat equal or back close to that number.
closer, yeah.
Okay.
Probably still 1,500 pounds less.
Whew.
So that is a lot in horsepower numbers.
Yes. Power to weight.
Yes.
Power to weight. So that way, I take 200 something odd pounds off of the Raptor. I didn't take anything off because once I get in, 200 something odd pounds is back in there.
Well, you still took 200 pounds off of
The
your
truck
driving
itself.
weight.
Yeah.
Yes. Of your race weight.
All right. I just need to stop eating and I'll be fine.
Nah.
But Joey, you said that question led into, or why we're here leads into your question.
Yeah. So Noah mentioned that they went up there to grab the work truck as RaptorStrike's first dedicated build for the channel. We have the Raptor and then the F-150 Raptor swap. Now the work truck's going to be our first channel project build that we're going to fully document. I wanted to ask Gumby, what was your first project build that you remember?
81 Bronco when I was in high school. That was my first project that I built, put stuff in. Little 302 carbureted motor, 2-barrel carburetor. But I raced it off-road, did really good, jumped it all the time. Little set of 32 1150 Dunlop radio rover, all terrains.
So what I'm hearing is
Bluff Hunt radio I had to pull out.
Oh, you got the slide out though.
Yeah, whole deal.
I'll steal it myself so nobody else steals it.
Dude, I had some Pioneer 6x9s in the back. I was jamming. And, now let's back this up. This is back in 91. So
Fair.
if you think about, put that in perspective, that is about almost the same as your Raptor.
That's true. To today.
Yeah, to today.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is, so that's not as old as a Gen 1 Raptor.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not as new as a Gen 2 Raptor yet. It was 10 years old when I got it.
Okay.
Just to put it in perspective, it's pretty new, and I paid $3,500 for it.
Was it stolen? Was it stolen?
Nope, bought it from a car lot.
But that was it. You were in high school, so that would have been you were still in San Antonio.
Yes, I was still in San Antonio.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So if that Bronco were to just appear compared to your current Bronco, it'd just be night and day.
Oh yes.
Absolutely, completely different monster.
Yes.
Or actually, your build from you said in the early 90s?
Yeah, 91.
91. Your build from 91 would be a budget build compared to what you're doing with this Bronco.
Oh yeah, because it was just, tires, wheels, and driver mod.
Give it that little spice.
Stock exhaust, stock muffler. I didn't have any money, so.
You and me both.
Yep, I drove 40 minutes to work, after going to school, and 40 minutes home.
It's not bad. That's not
So
bad.
yeah, I had to pay rent and all that stuff.
Yeah, no, money goes quick.
Yep.
Money goes quick. See, when I started living in the apartment, I quickly figured out what my parents meant by we got food at home. You quickly learn food's at home.
Yes.
You're gonna just eat whatever's in the refrigerator, because A, you don't want to stop. You're too tired to stop, and B, you're like, I'm not about to pay $15 for a burger,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just gonna heat up some corn dogs, call it a night. But so we're based out of San Antonio, and this was something I was talking with Sal about on our way up here. Is where did Sour Lake? How did you make your transit over?
So I actually went from working at performance shops in San Antonio, and a buddy of mine at the time worked in Beaumont at the plant.
Okay.
You know, so at a rubber plant, and I had never been in a plant in my life, and I wanted a change. I wanted something that was more stable. You know, you got 4 kids. It's you need steady work, right? Yeah. Performance, you know, being a mechanic and performance is good, and you always have something to do, but the pay difference. So he got me an interview. I sent a resume. They said, come on, we'll put you to work. And I got here, took tests, and they're like, well, we're putting you in as a millwright. I'm like, I've never been in a plant. They're like, it's okay. And then I came in, and then a month later, they're like, okay, you're running this crew. And then it just went from there. So I literally went from never in a plant to having my own shift, my own crew in 6 months.
But you also had the background of military, so you probably had the organizational skills that others didn't.
Well, and that, I've worked self-sufficiently. My parents own their own business. So I've always, it's just been like, go do this, and then you go do it, and that's your job. And, I had supervisors. Like, I've worked grocery stores, and my parents' business was janitorial. So I swept floors. I cleaned bathrooms. That's what I did in high school. But I made more money than everybody else. But I lived on my own. I finished school by myself. I graduated, got a diploma. Graduated with a Texas education.
Well, I can tell you the education system didn't help me because I still can't read. So my boss don't know that, so don't tell him.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, education.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I graduated.
The funny part is Joey and I graduated together, and Sal graduated 4 years before us.
Something like that.
But all from the same school.
Oh.
Me, my mom, his sister, my brother, Joey. No, Joey, did your parents go to Southwest?
No, they went to South End.
Oh.
I graduated from Taft.
Oh, okay. So
we played y'all on football stuff all the time.
Well, all I can say is when I was in high school, y'all beat us every single time.
That's right.
So,
because we were better.
I'm not gonna. I was on the football team, so I don't give a damn. You were better. I know they would ask me like, "Hey, are you going to a football game? We gonna win?" They're like, "Well, I don't know. We're just going to go." I was like, "No, I'm not gonna waste my time."
I was not in any sports.
Neither was I.
Yeah. No, I was skinny, and now I was the party spot for all said sports.
Okay.
Because I lived on my own, and there was no parents, and there was no,
The rules were loose.
Yes.
Loose against it. Wow. Okay. That makes sense. Sal, anything from you?
No?
Nothing yet?
Really? So quiet.
No.
Again.
Trying to...
Right
okay,
here.
so what about what's your favorite build we saw today?
Build?
Yeah.
That black Bronco.
The one in the bay?
Yeah.
The wide body.
I probably should have been walking around with a camera.
You took pictures.
Tour number 2,
you took a picture.
Just every time we come.
We can do that though. Still.
Quick tour.
Yeah, we can do that.
That way y'all can see what we're talking about right now.
This one right here.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of editing on this one.
Yeah.
But like I said, every time we come out, it's always a treat. You always get to see something new, or things just you'll never see. And if you do, it's online.
Well, have you ever seen 6 Coyote engines just sitting on the floor?
On a pallet?
We have lots to do. They all need to be...
They all have homes.
Yes, in their homes. Yeah.
So do you ever have extras laying around, or is it every engine has a...
No, I have one under the stairs that a customer brought to me, or had delivered to me over a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
Haven't heard from him since. So I'm getting to the point to where it's just going to be
It's going to fall off a truck.
I have 2 more Coyotes back in the room back here that, as people upgrade, and I'm like, well, what do you want to do with this? They're like, well, just put it there and I'll get it later. I'm like, oh, okay, but if you leave it for, over 30 days, it's mine. Okay, yeah, no big deal. And then a year later, you're like, you text him, hey, man, like, do you want it? What do you want to do with this? And they're like, I don't.
I don't.
I'm like, oh, okay.
If you ever want to get rid of it,
Thanks for
let me know.
using me as a storage place.
The Kenny Bell Supercharger's been here for 4 years.
Oh wow.
Yes.
You can see that on episode 2.5
There you
of side quest.
Side quest.
So, which I wonder what can I bring my truck in for? You're like nothing. Leave me alone. don't bring mine.
No, you can bring it all. We can do some stuff to it. Doesn't mean it leaves running.
That's true. Yeah.
It just we can do
It'll,
anything you want as long as you
You
have
can do
money
a
to do.
Godzilla swap.
You know, someone was messaging me about Godzilla swaps. They're like, "Hey, do you or anyone else know?" So they messaged the RaptorStrike account, and they messaged me first, my account, and then I was like, "Well, the only person that I would know that can do that is
Texas
Texas Speed Labs," and they're like, "Well, now we can do it." And I was like, "Okay, well, cool. I mean, it's never a bad idea, knowing different people that do stuff in the business." And then they messaged the RaptorStrike performance or podcast account. And I was like, "Hey man, just to let you know,
We're the same people.
it's me." And he's like, "Oh, okay, cool."
Well, now we can do it.
So I just letting you know that you're not having a conversation with a different person. It's me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Just FYI, most of the swaps and stuff I do are to old stuff. F100s, classic Mustangs, Broncos, older Broncos.
Broncos.
Like
Broncos.
96 and older.
Yeah.
Is as far as, but that's what mostly we do. Like most of the new stuff that people see, those shops that have time to just babysit one project.
Fiddle with canvas.
Yes. Yeah, so we have 25 swaps going right now. So it is hard to...
And they're all at different stages.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we rotate builds every week.
Okay.
Yep. That way we keep everybody in progress the best we can.
Okay. So I guess if a customer had the funds to just be like, "Can I get put in the front of the line?" How would that work?
It's
just like round the clock.
Yeah, it's double time.
Okay.
We do that. It's double time because that means that it shuts down a bay
forever until it's done.
Until it's done. But we've done that. We did the very first Godzilla swap in an early Bronco. We did it in 21 days, and it was the same thing. Wow. We shut a bay down, and we did all the R&D, all the how it's done, documented it, videos, pictures, all that stuff. New parts made, the whole deal in 21 days. But that's one of those things that's like, it's a large task.
Yeah.
All hands on deck type deal, and it doesn't happen very often. I might do one of those a year.
Yeah. Well, that, and then you need the person with the deep pockets that can do that.
Yeah.
And just be like, "I want it."
They want it. I just had another one leave that was kind of the same thing. He just wanted it. So, and that's just one of those. Most people are good with the weight because it helps them budget out more.
Yeah. Well, that, and I mean, you're getting quality. Your guys aren't just trying to like crank them out as fast as you can.
Right.
And then, something breaks along the line and it's like, "Oh, well, if we would have spent another 2 or 3 hours on it, we would have been fine." But
yep. My guys get paid by the hour, and the way that I do my billing is you pay for your parts as we order them. That way we're putting your parts on your build. Mm-hmm. And then as your labor bill goes over $1,500, you pay it back down $1,500 less. And I do that way. If life happens and you need to take a time out, take a time out. Not a big deal. If you decide you don't like me no more, you're not after me for your money because we're both, equally invested. And it lets me, I'm not trying to get big builds out the door so I can keep the lights on. I'm doing it little builds. That way, right. That way, I'm not rushing through a customer's build just so I can make the money to do something else. And paying for the parts as soon as it's paid for means that I'm not using your money to do somebody else's build. Yeah. If we have to stop, I'm not in a bind, you're not in a bind. It's one of those, literally, we can go time out. I have builds, the Red 91 that we looked at, that had some time that, his funds, he had life that happened. So we had to take a time out. Not a big deal. We parked it over in the corner. He was kept up with me. "Hey, man, like, just letting you know, Like it's still working through. It should,
Yeah.
give me X amount of time. So it sat for almost a year.
And the key word being communication.
Yes. Yeah. If you let me know, I'm pretty easy to work with.
Yeah,
Don't just ignore me because you think that you're hurting my feelings. No, just be upfront with me. Like it is what it is. Like if you absolutely can't do it, then we'll arrange time for you to pick it up. If you still want to do it, but you don't have the funds and it's going to take you X amount of time, then
X amount of time it is.
yeah.
Okay.
Just, if you bring something over, be like, all right, look, I have, you need the money to get started on the build. So depending on what motor and stuff you bring in, have the money to get started at least. That way we can get our foot in the door. Yeah.
Okay.
And then from there, and that's just parts. Like you don't need to, until I do labor, you don't owe me anything because I don't want to owe you.
Yeah.
So I don't like, I don't mind someone that has all of it and for their budgeting, and their spending habits, whatever, they just want to pay for it all. I have builds here that are like that. They're still, their time is the same build wise, but if you have all your money, it does go faster because we're not waiting on parts. Yeah. I just order all the parts I can think of, and then we bring it in. We try to run out of parts.
Okay. And then once you get there, then it's like, okay, we missed this, this, and this.
That's right. Okay. Yep. Motor trans is physically in the vehicle. Now we can take measurement and get drive shaft. We can, at that point, if we haven't already ordered fuel system, then we need to order fuel system. We've got a chance to look at the wiring because some vehicles need rewire headlight, taillight. They're terrible. Some of them are great. And believe it or not, the rusty trucks have the better wiring. The non-rusty trucks have worse wiring. So like the trucks and stuff from Arizona, the desert, right? The really nice no rust trucks, the sheathing on the harnesses is all falling apart. So you touch it and it just disintegrates. And that makes for a bad day. Because then you have hot wires that are just
going everywhere,
not covered by anything. So we get to that point if we see something that's got 15 taps in it from in a 2-foot section.
It reminds me of somebody's
yeah.
Mustang. And if we find household wire nuts on it, that's another big flag. So if we can't easily fix it, then we're at the point be like, hey man,
wiring harness.
We need to do a harness.
Yeah.
I know it's not your budget at first, but we're trying to build you something you can have for a long time. Yeah. You really should. So it doesn't mean that we can't do what we need to do after we just want to make sure that, hey, that's a problem and I would address it.
While everything's out of the car already.
Right. Yeah, we're wiring this thing anyway.
Mine as well.
Yeah, we can wire everything to your new stuff instead of wiring it to your old stuff. And if you put new stuff, then you have to unwire ours, put yours, and then rewire it back in.
You're doing double job later.
That's right.
Well, that or you take delivery of the car and then 2 weeks later those wires finally touch and then everything's screwed.
We had a mouse nest that was in a heater box of a customer's truck. And this is probably 4 months after he picked it up. But he picked it up and was driving the truck to work in the morning in January. So it was icy out. And he was driving to work. He smelled something burning. Couldn't find anything. And then he drove down another couple miles, smelled it. He goes, nope, I'm going to go home. So he went home, started his little Honda Fit next to the truck. So started it, let it warm up, de-iced the windshield, all this stuff, all that time, right? Like this truck's sitting, battery unhooked, disconnected. Pulled out, drove to work, got to work, and then his wife called him and said his truck was on fire. Yes. So, and then the fire started, or what we could find out from the investigations, the fire started in the heater box. And then once the fire got in, it's a Gen 3 Coyote. If those of you don't know, it's got a little plastic fuel line clip on the high pressure fuel side. So as soon as the fire came out, melted that little clip, it popped off. You have the high pressure, and now you have a torch. So, and it burned the truck to the ground. So, and he had just 2 weeks before done a video of doing some high speed rolls. Yep. Full nose F100. Badass little truck.
Ow,
It just
that hurts.
so, yeah.
That hurts. It's not even
And
mine.
yeah, it hurt so much. Like I offered to, if he buys the parts, I would build him, something else. And he was over it. He said no.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
and it sucks, but it's one of those things. Like
Insurance.
yes,
That's
that's
what-
another thing. He didn't
Oh.
have insurance.
Oh.
So, yeah, he was just winging it. Insurance is important sometimes.
Yeah. It's
Unless you have something like ours, and then no one wants to give us insurance.
no one.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I'm rambling. I'm just going on my own.
Oh, that's fine. That's what a podcast is.
Yeah.
That's what I like. Joey, any questions come to mind?
I think that was the only question that that came to my mind.
Okay, Sal.
So, Fox Body Mustang,
The SVO
the SVO
with the EcoBoost motor.
That you can
Yeah.
see right here.
You can see it in this picture right here. Should I buy it?
You should buy it.
I know you say I should buy it. So. You're also the owner of it. Yeah.
All of us are wanting to buy something from Gumby.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a really cool car. Do you mind explaining what it is?
Package deal.
Package deal?
We can make package deals.
Package deal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, what's the other part of the package?
What's the other part of the package?
The
Chase
Chase
truck. Joey.
hey,
Yeah.
U-Haul's here in town. Hook
Got
up the
a-
trailer, load the.
No, we'll load the
SVO?
trailer onto the we'll load the
SVO.
trailer onto the Chase truck, and then we'll SVO on.
That's right.
Hey, I'm down, Sal. Let me know.
Come on, man. Just got to talk to the bank. But you mind explaining what that car is?
So 84 SVO,
Mhm.
and it's got a 2023 2.3 EcoBoost turbo 4-cylinder motor from Mustang. So brand new from Ford, crate motor.
Mhm.
I did the 2.3 EcoBoost because the SVO is an original 2.3 turbo car. So it's still a 2.3 turbo 4-cylinder car. And still has manual trans because I used an MT82 from a 2020 Mustang, like 9,800 miles on transmission. So it's still a manual 2.3 4-cylinder. It should get like 30, 35 miles per gallon. Probably going to make like 400 horsepower. So not extreme, but for a car that's probably going to weigh 2,900 pounds, it's going to be super peppy.
Oh yeah. That's like
Intercooler's already done, so it's got a front mount intercooler already. Aluminum radiator, electric fans. Downpipe is already on. Coilovers in the front. Bilstein shocks and quad shocks in the rear. It is still 5-lug, 4-wheel disc brakes. Got a new brake booster, new master cylinder. Interior's not in it. I have dash pad and stuff is in here, so it doesn't get, the heat doesn't get to it. It's all there. I just not in it. And the reason why the interior is not in it is because Vintage Air released an AC kit for the Mustang that goes in the dash. And so I wanted to put the AC in before I put the dash in because you got to do it anyway. You don't have to. And then talking to Dakota Digital, and they said that they can make me a cluster that looks exactly like stock and has the boost gauge built into it that is an actual boost gauge. Not, well, oh, you get 10. That's all you get. No, it's a
goes
boost
up to
vacuum gauge.
30.
But it will be in the factory location, the factory colors, and look stock. So the car will all look stock with all the interior back in it.
It just
It
has
will.
an OBD2 port and a
That's right.
2.3 liter direct injected turbocharged.
That's right.
Which was the ones that we had in our Mustangs when we had Mustangs.
Yes.
Yeah, those things weigh like double what that car weighs.
Yes.
And they were still quick.
Yeah.
So it's got, the AJE front K member and A arms on it. You can do. It's got Foxlink A arms. If you want to do SN95 A arms, you can, and
It widens it out a
widen
bit.
it out. The SVO A arms are like in between the two, so it's either short or long. But all the headlights and marker lights and all that stuff are all there. Tail lights are all there. Engine bay is smooth and painted, so it's all pretty. It's got brand new set of caster camber plates on it. So, like, it's not perfect. You know, like front bumper, you know, it's got stress cracks and stuff from, and you know, like, it's not perfect, but I have like 17 grand in parts in it. If someone will give me that, they can have the car part for free. And the car is from San Antonio.
Oh, so it's going back home.
It's going back home.
It's going back home.
Back home. No, well, like I said,
And I got a 97 Celine with a Coyote
the
in
red
it.
one. Yeah.
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 Red 97
red
Celine. Here's a
favorite
picture
color.
of it right here.
Yeah. We're make sure we get pictures of them. If not, you just look.
There's gonna be a big question mark in the
Pull-
frame.
It'll be a stock photo like from Google.
It's gonna be a hand-drawn picture.
I can always text y'all pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right. So we talked. Or I guess Joey asked about your first build, and then we know you have the Bronco, and the other one that we can see over here is the like a 93, 94?
95 Lightning.
95 Lightning.
So
Here's
a
this.
lot of people know this one already.
Look at that. Look at that puppy.
So twin turbo Coyote was the fastest Coyote powered truck for 8.5 years.
Let's see. See if I can get that on the camera.
That's stock internals, or is it?
No, built motor. If you want to,
There we are.
if you want to grab that picture of the engine, see it hanging up.
It's on the.
Yep, top right.
Let's see. There we are. Look at that. Oh,
You gotta go back.
or back forward. There it is.
Look at that.
So that is a sleeved Coyote, ported heads, stock cams, stock throttle body, turbo 400.
All right, watch
I
me.
started the build on that truck in 2012. Finished it in 2013. It's one of the first. It was the first Coyote swap OBS F-150. And then right before I sold it and went to California, where it still lives, I put a Crown Vic K-member in it. So it's a stock front suspension, no adjustable anything, leaf springs, drag radials, drive to the track, go 5 teens in the 8th, 860s letting off just after the 8th.
That's quick.
And then, yeah, Manny, Manuel Gomez, Midnight Performance guys, they beat me, but they got fast. They got fast shit now. So fast. But for a long time, it was the fastest. It was time to move on. I wanted different projects, so sold it and got different projects.
And then, so between that one and the Bronco, how many years do you think that was?
Oof. There is probably a 6-year difference between the two.
Okay.
Like when I owned them,
Okay.
because between that is my 55 F100, full independent suspension on bags with a supercharged Coyote. What else? I've had multiple other Harley trucks and Mustangs.
The two-tone Harley's my favorite.
Yes.
So out of all these builds, I know it's probably going to be hard to choose. Which one was your most favorite? This one?
Yes.
I would.
So this is my favorite. This is the most fun that I've ever built myself, ever. Is this right here. That's fun. For those of you who don't know, you know, and you've never been out.
I guess we can show that one.
Yeah.
Take it to the camera.
They've never been out doing off-road stuff. It's man, it's
That's
hard to
off the
describe.
ground.
It's
That is hovering.
it's you know,
Or, I'll just put it
yeah, I would say just
Put it right here for right now.
yeah, it's hard to describe. it's a lot of fun because it's, especially when you have something that you built and that if you have like the extra and you can just, if you break it, you break it. It's which where you're getting at right now. It changes it from worrying about, oh man, I got to drive it to work to, you know, oh, it broke. I'll fix it next week.
We're gonna send it to the nether realm, to another dimension. Which, you know, I'm dealing with that now. I finally fixed the passenger seat. I need to fix the driver's seat on my truck. So I'm still like this. I'm still like this because I guess I drive really when
Just
I'm.
put PRP seats in it.
That's what I'm
A
saying.
lot of people have told me that.
Just put PRP seats. It's another thing for those that question it. Seats make a huge difference. Seats and seat belts will totally change the whole way, one, everything feels, two, how you drive.
Now you want to end up with that bruise on your knee every time you drive.
No. The bruises on his knees are totally different.
I saw that one coming right when you said it.
You did. You
Yeah.
did. It all in your face.
No.
PG, right? PG. We can edit that out.
They already know. No, they already know where we're gonna be. We're gonna have fun. I guess so. If I buy a PRP seat,
Yes.
I'll just swap the seat back and forth when I do a race day.
You're gonna hate yourself when you
I'm
do
gonna
that.
hate myself, but I like my AC seats when I'm driving around town.
That's fair.
Well, you're fixing to have a work truck.
That's true, and I don't have no AC seats.
No.
So-
They don't have seats.
But it has seats.
It has.
It's like 98% of the seat is
It's
there.
got the frame, you know. It's I'm sitting on a milk crate. This is about the same. No, it just needs a clean up.
For clarity here, I offered him a set of good seats, and he's like, "Well, first,
Let me get it started.
let's get it started."
Yeah.
So
I'm
I spent like a whole 30 minutes on it when I got it, and that's it. It was like it wouldn't start, and I was like, "I'll worry about it later." And now you own it.
yeah. Now it's mine.
Now it's yours.
So now we just gotta get it started. So I mean, again, it's a work truck. It ain't gonna be pretty.
It's probably the lightest work truck out there.
It is the long way.
It got
Yeah.
the weight reduction.
Weight reduction.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
Remember, rust is lighter than carbon fiber.
that's right. And think about it. Every time you hit a bump, it gets a little lighter.
It just falls out the bottom. Oh,
You're gonna
man.
jump it. It's gonna have infinitely less weight.
Yeah, it's gonna be infinitely shorter. But it's gonna be knowing
gonna
my
be in
genes.
two
I have parts here. Like
We can weld a frame back together.
I was like, I wonder if I ask him if he can shorten the frame. We'll just shorten the frame,
sure,
and then we'll put
that's
a
easy.
Bronco body on it.
There's another F-150 bed out there. We just
That's true. That's true.
throw a short F-150.
All right. Well, we're getting a little too far
Yes.
ahead of ourselves because
Yeah.
we need to get
That's all.
need to
the
get the
project.
truck running
need to get
first.
started first. Yeah, that's. But
What should be something really, like I said, it could be a fuse, or it could be something sucky. But I don't know. Yes.
that's why you gamble sometimes.
Either way, it's worth more than what you gave for it, even to a salvage yard.
He's got a point.
So,
He's got a point. So
other than the gas probably sets it, puts you over by probably like $20
oh, well,
with the gas it takes to get there and back.
Yeah.
It's probably gonna put you like $20-$30 over. So
what the truck costs.
yeah,
I just won't tell him it's not running. Oh, but they're gonna try to turn it off.
yeah.
Right. Well,
All you do is you tell them, hey, it turns over just fine, just won't start. I don't have time for it.
that's fair.
Yep.
All right. We have backup plans. You always go into this with backup plans.
That's right. Plan C.
Plan Z, like all the way at the end. Well, I think for the matter of what we're doing here, it is Saturday, so whenever you do see this video, I don't know when this video is going to go live. Maybe next weekend?
Probably next Saturday.
Next Saturday? Okay. So today is the 17th. I don't know what we're doing next weekend, but we'll figure something out. We'll have a video for you guys. And as well as a video of the trip over here and the trip back and loading up the truck and all that stuff. So Gumby, it's always really
and
fun.
the little videos of you took inside the shop. But we can do
Yeah.
another. We can do another one of those fast paced. I can run through and open hoods. That way we can literally run through and be like,
Here's what
There.
we're doing.
yes, you know, and walk through on.
It did get a decent amount of views though. The first tour. So then we'll do the side quest number. What number are we on?
I don't know.
4.
3 or 4.
4. Yeah, and it'll be tour number 2, back with Texas
Gumby.
Speed Lip. So
Got sucked into buying a truck from him, and now I'm in project mode.
yeah, in project mode. I mean, in all honesty, if I could, I'd already have the chase truck. That would have been a done deal, like before even the fenders got painted and everything
Like I
else.
said, I can make a package deal. Y'all can pick both of them up at the same time.
I'm considering it still. I would like it.
He's still in talks with the bank, so. But yeah, it's the killer for me is the what is it, interest rates?
Yeah,
Because
Yeah, APR.
they're still crazy.
everything's high.
And I'm like, I have an 800 credit score. Why is it still up here? That's the only reason why I don't refinance the Raptor either.
Really?
Because I'm at like a 4.9.
Oh.
And I'm like, and I refinance and it jumps to a 7.8. Nope.
No.
Nope. I will stick with the payment that I got now and just try to figure it out as we go. So, numbers, they may seem small, but they're a big deal. Very
Yes.
big deal. So, but
Just pay it off.
I'm trying. At least I won't let the bank know what I'm doing
Yeah.
to it.
FYP. For you page.
Before you pay. Well, yeah.
Show them feet off, buddy.
We're starting in OnlyFans. We're starting in OnlyFans. Okay. I'm gonna figure something out.
Yeah, you were talking about dirty knees.
Yeah. I was talking about my knee being in
And,
the door. when I'm
y'all
driving.
the
That's
ones
what
in
I'm
the-
talking.
On our ride over for lunch, and we were talking about $20 is $20. Now let me rephrase that. They were talking about $20 is $20.
Try not to be looped in.
No, yeah. Let's
Like, I am not.
notice
on this
which side of the
conversation.
counter I am on.
We also were gonna have Chrissy be on the podcast, but she said no.
Yeah.
No.
She said, "No, I'm going home."
I'm going home. I'm not.
Yeah, you're not even putting me in the background. No cameos.
We're not. You're not even gonna see me.
Yes.
So, but she says hi to everybody and make good choices and stay safe. Is there
Good
anything
choices is
from
not
you, Gumby?
guaranteed.
Need a swap? Give me a call. If you need a F100 that's already swapped,
Give him a
then, same thing.
Let me see if I can get this thing to clear out.
call. We gotta go back. Back. Come on.
There it is.
There you go.
Bam.
Here, I got you better.
Oh, okay. He's got the big one.
Oh, he's got the big one. Are these aluminum?
Yes, those are aluminum.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
There you go. I don't know how. I can't see the camera, so.
Look at that. Call that number if you want your vehicle Coyote and or Godzilla swapped.
Yes, or EcoBoost.
Or you can
Or
go-
you could
Yes,
Ford swapped.
if you want a Ford engine into a car.
yes.
Call this man.
Late model. So 2011 and newer.
Have you ever had someone put a Ford engine in something that wasn't a Ford?
Oh, yes,
Okay.
All the time.
yes.
Which one was your favorite?
Jaguar.
A Jag, huh?
Land Rover too,
Oh.
but yeah, Jag.
Interesting.
Yep.
Interesting.
I almost
they-
tried to swap my Jeep before I gave it to my
Be
son.
soft.
Before you got rid of it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, Joey, anything from you?
Not for me.
No. Sal?
Nothing from me.
All right. Well, Gumby, thank you for having us and having the time to sit down and film this episode here at your shop.
I'm gonna go get some used parts.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
That's where I'm going. Yeah,
So we're all going to be on the road
Yeah.
here in a little bit.
yeah.
Um,
I appreciate it. I'm using your money.
Hey, so that's what we do. That's what RaptorStrike does. We support. We support. So wherever that money goes is
Yeah,
wherever that
you're buying
money
me
goes.
parts. Just letting you know.
That's how it works.
Yeah.
Well, it was a
The
trade.
wife likes
It
that.
was a trade.
Money can you use for goods and services.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. See. So, well, and with that being said, this is the RaptorStrike podcast, episode 61. Very special on site. We're using new mics. We're trying to do things differently so that way we can do more of these podcasts away from the studio. And thank you, Gumby, for letting us
Thanks
come
for
out
having
here.
me. Thanks for coming out.
Well, thanks for having us because we're in your domain.
Well, thanks for coming out.
So
I appreciate it. It's not like I'm right around the corner. So.
No, but I mean, we've driven a whole lot further for less.
Yep.
So, but definitely, y'all ever need anything, we're in your town of San Antonio.
I'm glad I could cost you money. That's what I'm here for.
I'm good
at that.
At least I know where my money's going.
That's right.
Compared to Texas, which
yeah,
who knows where that went.
Who knows?
But thank y'all for watching. We really appreciate all of the support that we get from the viewers and those of y'all that are on our social medias as well. Be on the lookout for different videos that we have, as well as all of the stuff that we post alongside with Texas Speed Lab. And just all the fun we have at the track. So if there's ever a time, once he gets his Bronco back and once I get my Raptor fixed, y'all want to do ride-alongs, reach out to us or just figure out where we're going to be. And, I mean, more than likely, everybody is almost 100% where if you ask to do a ride-along, they'll let you in the truck. So,
talk him into getting some PRP seats.
Get some PRP seats.
Yeah, tell him.
They have heated and cooled PRP seats, right?
But they're like $3,000 something.
They'll be a cheap ass.
All right.
Yeah. Welcome to the Raptor world. Like I said, remember at the beginning of the video when I talked about everything goes to $1,000?
I'm there.
Welcome to the show, buddy.
Yeah, I'm there. Downpipes, intercooler.
You can get to the
Suspension.
10,000 spot.
And that conversion rate you had, those seats are $3.
Yep.
See?
Oh, $3. Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess, yeah, if you use that logic, it's $3.
Corvette tax ain't got shit on Raptor tax.
So,
But we digress. Thanks for watching. We appreciate it because we'll just keep going.
we will. So, I leave you with this. Be cool. Stay humble. We'll see you guys later. We love you.